and welcome to tonight's recap of America's Next Top Model, Cycle 16, Episode 10, I think. I lost track because we haven't been doing recaps for the last few weeks. For tonight's episode, I am using a gimmick, and I have a plate on my head, and I have a measuring cup on top of that because I didn't want to use breakable things, and I don't have a tea set anyway. So the reason I have this on my head is because the girls were in Morocco this week, and their first challenge was to learn the tea dance. So basically you put a tea tray on your head, and there's a tea set on top of that, and then you dance. Kind of like belly dancing. So first they had to teach with the tea tray dancer, and then they had the challenge where they had to dance for an audience amongst other professional dancers. So when they were practicing, Brittany was by far the worst, and Alexandria was by far the best. But in the actual challenge, okay, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to see if it falls. Because I might have to tip my head back farther and farther, but we'll see if it falls. So for the actual challenge, Brittany actually did the best. And I don't think I remembered that she's a dancer, but she actually is a dancer. So she had that background, which I'm sure helped for this challenge. Alexandria did... I think we all saw that coming. Alexandria did well, but she got a little cocky. Shocker. Hannah did pretty well, I thought, but she did some hula moves instead of like the belly dancing moves, and they didn't care for that at all. And Molly was doing well, actually, but she tripped on her skirt, so I felt kind of bad for her. But of course, after that, she started dropping the F-bombs and getting really mad as usual. So she needs to work on her anger a little bit. Let's see. So Brittany won the challenge, which I was really happy about. She did awesome, and her prize was to get a one-on-one teach with Miss J. I was so happy to see so much Miss J this episode because I hurt him. In Kasha's interview, after she was kicked off, she did an interview with wetpaint.com, and she said that Miss J should win top model, and I agree, it's about time. So anyway, yes, Brittany chose Hannah to go with her on the teach with Miss J, and then they started walking around the one of the markets, and they stopped at a restaurant where they were eating authentic Moroccan food, which included goats. They had like goat heads laying out, and they feasted on goat brains and eyeballs. But unfortunately the goat brains made Brittany sick, which I don't know, I'd probably get sick off them too. Looked pretty gross. So yes, every cycle someone gets sick, and it sucks, but often whoever gets sick does awesome. I should look back, because I feel like whoever gets sick always does awesome. Anyway, so they had a photo shoot, again, kind of in the market, and they were in this awesome styling. I loved the photo shoot once again, it was great. Jumped panel. Alexandria was called first, or Alexandria, they evaluated her picture first, and they did not care for it. Everyone on the panel hated the picture pretty much, except for the guest judge. Oh, I didn't say who took the pictures. I didn't take notes this week. Friedman House, I believe, was the photographer, and I do not remember who the guest judge was, but the woman really liked Alexandria's picture, And honestly, I kind of did too. I didn't think she looked like a flight attendant, but it was kind of funny that they said that. So yeah, Alexandria's they didn't like. Brittany's they liked because it was awesome, but it did look like she was missing an arm. Molly's was incredible, and Hannah's was just okay. She looked great, but the face didn't, turn out. Anyway, so the first one called was Molly, of course. Next up was Brittany, and then Hannah and I almost called her Annalie. Hannah and Alexandria were in the bottom two, and I did not know which way this one would go, because usually you can tell who talks throughout the whole episode, but they all kind of talked pretty equally this time, so I was kind of glad when Alexandria was finally sent home. I was really worried they were going to keep her around for one more week, but yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited Hannah's still there. I know Sabrine is going to be excited Hannah's still there. And next week is not the finale, but 2 weeks must be. And hopefully we'll be back, both of us, me and Sabrine, with a really awesome show and either less awesome gimmicks or more. I'm not sure which. So, thanks. Bye.